Moves up. Victor Hedman walks in, passes, Johnson scores! Unbelievable. I've never seen anything close to this, Frank.
Gametime Vancouver, episode 12. Yeah, 12. What's up, guys? How are you guys doing?
Doing pretty good. Exam seasons got a little sick, but you know what? I'm surviving. So. For sure. How you doing, Max?
This is weird without the headphones.
It is.
It's better, honestly.
I'm fine with it.
Feel more in my element. Can't be
No.
distracted with no headphones.
Okay, let's go.
Let's do it.
You've been talking Canucks.
So,
Let's
Canucks. They just lost against
Colorado.
the Avs. What do you think about the game?
I mean, just like there were a lot of penalties.
Dude,
I don't. First of all, the officiating this year has been better than last year, but like it's still pretty awful. I think if we're calling, like, someone trips over someone's skate and that's 2 minutes, and then somebody like draws blood and it's 0 minute penalty, or like I don't know, like it's not being consistently called. The Canucks got a 5 minute major and spent 0 minutes on the power play.
They had to kill the penalty.
Yeah,
And they were 2 times 4 and 3, which is like irresponsible from Bobelia and from Myers to take those penalties. Of course, if you just got a 5 minute penalty for your favor, like the refs are gonna try to balance it, right? Also, like the third period was just too lazy by the Vancouver Canucks.
Was it Wes McCauley?
You hate that guy.
Well,
I don't think so.
I
No.
hate that guy for fair.
I think everyone hates the guy.
Well,
Like, the guy.
But I mean, like, you know, the Chicago sexual assault scandals and everything, right?
Yeah, of course.
His wife's, his sister's husband, I think his brother-in-law, yeah, that's how it works, was involved in that scandal, and Keefe testified against him in court. And what does he do? He goes and he calls the most biased Leaf games ever. And then so he actually got banned from reffing Leaf games in the playoffs because of he's got a clear. But why can't he be banned from reffing games, Leaf games in the regular season? But also, shouldn't he be banned from reffing altogether? You think you've clearly shown that you can't put your personal biases aside? I don't know.
Maybe there's a shortage of refs in the NHL.
Well, call me up.
What do you need to be a ref anyways?
That's
Tell me what you
looking
need.
for. So
I
there's
don't
only
think you need much.
There's only 35 refs in the NHL. I don't know what you need. You probably need to be like
Know how to skate?
a snowflake, because that's
Well, no.
That's what
Number one is you have to have a big ego. That's what it is.
Big ego. Well, you probably have to have a lot of reffing. Like, you have to start in Adam, then you slowly work yourself up.
Yeah.
But
you
like,
probably have to have like some
if you think about
problem with your eyes too, like with your vision.
it,
I don't think I've ever seen a ref with glasses, so I guess you're right.
Yeah, you have to have some visual. Yeah, and I think, I forgot my train of thought. Oh no, you said there were 35 refs in the NHL.
There are, yeah.
If you have a day where all the teams play, you have 32 refs in play, which means there's only 3 spare. And then some, so like refs also have back-to-backs. I don't know.
Oh, there's only there's 35 full-time refs and 35 linesmen.
How do you feel about the NHL going into kind of a system like FIFA does with VAR?
You know what? I've been always pro coach challenges, and I think you can bring the VAR thing into the league, but make it better. You know, because one of the things that the VAR doesn't do is like coaches challenges. Like, I feel like the NHL coaches should be able to, you know, throw the red flag like in the NFL. You know, I don't like your decision. It's a goal against my team. I just want to challenge it. And in same rules, if your challenge is unsuccessful, you should get up.
Well, then they would just
a power
challenge
play
everything.
against.
The game would be
No,
so slow.
If the challenge is unsuccessful, you should get a power play against. You need to kill the penalty.
Sure.
But
Well,
let's
that's
go.
kind of like the coach's challenge.
Yeah.
Thing.
Do you like the VR type thing in the NHL? I think it's necessary. Like, use technology.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I've never really understood like a player. If a player gets high, okay, the way it works right now, if a player gets high sticked with his own stick or his teammate's stick, and it doesn't draw blood, it's a 2-minute penalty.
Yeah.
But if he hits himself in the face with a stick, or his teammate hits him in the face with a stick, and it draws blood, then they can challenge it because it's a
5-minute.
a 4-minute, like it's like a major kind of penalty,
Yeah.
so they can review it and bring it to 0. Why can't you review a 2-minute penalty?
Because like what Max said, you waste too much time. That's
Way
the
too
problem.
much time.
All
You-
it is,
like
all
that
it
game,
is the earpiece.
Like last game.
No, they
Piece and the ref. So the ref goes, and if it's a major call, the ref will go take some time. But what you can just have an earpiece to say, like they've already been looking at it for 30 seconds and they can make a call.
You don't need to challenge every play. You know, sometimes I think it's fair what they do right now, where you make a bad penalty call, you know, you balance it in the next one. I think that's the fairest thing. Without challenging every play.
No,
You don't want to
because
slow down the momentum. You don't want to slow down the pace.
you don't understand how that is for a player. You don't like
You
for
know.
a player. You're like, okay, it's Wes McCauley reffing. He likes to
Yeah.
he likes to let the rough stuff go and call stick infractions. So be careful with the stick, but you know you can cross check a guy 5 times without getting called. Like people have books on refs, and then they'll play tailored to a ref. Like the NHL is a rule book.
Yeah.
It should be hard and fast. This is this. This is this. I mean, yeah, even for a new fan watching the game, it's like, you know, how come that one was a penalty and that one wasn't?
Yeah.
Oh, it's because it's the Canucks.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Let's go back to the game. You know what? Petey, he's been playing like Di Giuseppe out there. You know, he's turning away pucks. Every time he tries to deke, he loses the puck.
You know how many?
He
I wonder
had
how
a
many.
couple
Do you know how many shots
good-
we missed during that game?
Yeah.
Open shots we've missed.
It's getting annoying.
Well-
the lack of ability to finish from Garland, from Mobilier, from like half of the team.
Hoglander.
Hoglander scored.
Mikheyev.
And Hoglander's playing
Mikheyev gets
amazing.
so many opportunities because he's so fast, but he cannot.
That
put it in
line,
the back of the net.
Kuzmenko, Mikheyev, and Petey, they need to start like stepping it up. And I think there's reports of Petey having an injury right now. So
That would really suck for some of your bets.
dude, I didn't tell you. Max and I did like this parlay yesterday. There were 14 games, right? We bet on the under, 8.5 on all games. First 2 games, it's over 8.5.
Would have been good though. It would have been good. I felt
Would have
it.
been good.
I like my odds.
It was good.
$5, 90 in return.
Yeah.
Like you cannot say no to that.
I mean, you look at teams like St. Louis and Arizona playing each other. There is no defense on either of those teams.
Edmonton too.
Yeah.
Edmonton, oh
6-3.
no.
That was
Those
terrible.
guys are on shambles right now.
Oh, I mean, we said that at the beginning.
Yeah,
Right?
ever since
I don't
they
know
lost
why
against the
people
Canucks.
like they were a bad team that did poorly in the playoffs last season, and everyone's like, and their team got worse, and everyone's like, oh yeah, they'll have a great season. It's like no, they won't.
No. Do you want to talk about the San Jose game? 4-3 win, 3-1 game win against the San Jose Sharks.
3-1, yeah. I mean, I preferred 10-1, but
That was a close game. Too close to
yeah,
be comfortable.
I mean, we probably would have lost that game had it been not against the Sharks. Like we didn't look very good, but the Sharks just don't have anything.
As the Canucks, like, are we slowing down?
a little. It feels like
I think what we're playing at right now, since we got to that, once we started that road trip, I think we've been playing exactly how we should.
no. Well,
If we win 4, lose 2, overtime.
we
loss
also
1.
need
Sure.
to
4-2-1.
consider
That's
we've
usually-
like the Canucks have played 4 games in the last 5.
Yeah, I mean they're tired, but
So they're playing a lot of games.
Yeah.
And the Colorado Avalanche, they haven't played a back-to-back yet.
Well,
That's crazy.
and that's another thing is like, obviously that affects teams,
100%.
but not all teams have the same amount of back-to-backs.
Yeah, no.
How
But
is that
also-
fair?
But,
I'm gonna blame that on the
Some
altitude.
teams
You're gonna play-
were made to go play in Sweden.
Well,
well, whatever. Like,
You know, Ottawa has 15 games played right now. Seattle Kraken have 21.
Yeah, the Canucks have like 23, no?
No.
22?
Like 20 or 19.
They're
Okay,
in the
still up
they're in the
there.
20s. But either way, like in the playoffs, you have to play these many games. So you have to get used to it, you know?
Yeah.
This is the playoffs.
Yeah,
I-
grow a pair.
I
I think they're going
that
back
only started in the pandemic.
what?
Back-to-back games in the playoffs. It used to be one break, one break, one.
I like
one
more
break.
with the back-to-back.
Well, then you just get tired players.
No, you test your depth.
Yeah. Well,
You have to. It's
Yeah,
not all
I don't like it because players get injured,
it's part of the game.
and then I draft them in my fantasy.
Oh, okay.
And they suck.
I don't want to talk about that.
how is your fantasy going?
I'm not doing too. I'm pretty good right now.
He was last like
I
3
w-
weeks ago.
Yeah, not
when we
even.
started, I was last, and then 3 weeks, and then like 3 weeks into the season, I was.
Yeah, Gerardo's
middle,
been
and
on a
now
high
I'm, like-
horse.
No,
yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah,
He's
I
down.
know.
But
It's
honestly,
usually how it goes.
Yeah.
honestly, Gerard and Ben are very high on the Canuck players. I was trying to tell Ben to sell Besser and Miller.
That would have been a mistake.
No, it would. Like, I'm still trying to tell him because Miller is tied. No, he is the second highest scorer in the NHL right now.
Yeah,
Next to
it makes
Hughes.
a lot of sense.
Okay, but if he trades him for someone who's really good with a Canuck fan, all of us are Canucks fans, so we're gonna jump high on him. I think he could make a crazy deal. Like,
So-
Miller's not gonna finish with 130 points.
I'll put it out there. Is Quinn Hughes the best player in the NHL right now? I think so.
If you asked me a week ago, I would have said yes.
No, right now. Oh, he's not anymore? Who is it?
I'll give you 2 names. Yeah,
I think
Two-
I know
2 names.
one of them.
Guess both of them.
Jack Hughes.
Nope.
Kale McCarr.
Nope.
Pasternak.
Yeah.
And Nylander.
Nope. Pasternak and Panarin. You know what the funny thing is, Panarin has been doing exactly what William Nylander has done, just with 0 press coverage. They're playing him on the second line. He's getting a point or more every game. But I think my number one in the NHL right now is Pasternak, because you look at that Boston team, and it sucks.
But you look at Vancouver and their defense.
Pasternak and
Like, you take Hughes out of the equation, the Canucks are like the Edmonton Oilers. Like, they don't have a defense.
I think the best player on the Canucks has been Demko.
I agree with you.
Like,
I think
you
Demko's
watch those
insane.
games, we give away too many high danger opportunities.
He could have
Yeah,
saved.
I agree.
Yeah.
He
He's good.
doing defense, like
He's good.
him and Hronik, like the pair of the season so far. I mean,
He's good.
Jack Hughes, he's fallen down a
I
little
don't
bit.
think
Think-
if you were a general manager for Boston, you wouldn't accept a Hughes for Pasternak deal because Pasternak's better.
And he's older too.
Pasternak, like by a year or two. No.
At the end,
Anyways,
it counts.
that's who I think Pasternak's number 1 in the league right now.
You
And
think?
Panarin for the same reasons. No one else on the team is that good. Plus, Shesterkin was injured, so they didn't even have goaltending. Shesterkin and Fox were injured, and they still won games because of him.
Yeah.
Those are my takes.
Any thoughts about Pedersen next contract? Pedersen.
I think it's gonna be whatever Nylander gets.
There's a lot of talk about a short-term deal. Like, we're talking four to 3 years.
I do not want that. Because, okay, as a manager, you have somewhat of the bargaining power
Okay.
when you can hit the RFA if they don't want to sign. Like, it
Yeah.
gives you more bargaining power. And usually, when players sign shorter term deals, people just assume that they're
Yeah,
going
but
to leave.
I think
Like,
right now-
you were saying with Matthews, you said, "Oh, Matthews signed a 4-year contract. He's going to want to leave."
No, I don't think he wants to leave. I think it's better for him economically speaking, because if he signs a 4 deal, he's gonna be 28 when he finishes his contract. Then he can sign another, I don't know, $15 million contract in 4 years. But if he signs an 8-year deal, he's gonna be like 32 by the end of his contract. That would be like his biggest contract, and he wouldn't have as much money as he could have.
Yeah. Although if a team offers you like $90 million, you probably take it.
Yeah.
No matter how, like, I don't know. I think
I'm not a professional hockey player, but I would take it.
I don't think it's going to affect as much. I think it's going to be very similar to whatever Nylander gets. And, okay, I get so mad. I was watching TSN, and they were just like, they were like, oh, Nylander this. And then someone flipped a switch, and all of a sudden they're like, you know what? He's not that good. He's only been performing well this season. We shouldn't sign him for more than $10 million. And I was like, what? Obviously, he's worth more than that.
100%.
Right?
Like, he's been one of the best players in the league.
Yeah. Well, and in turn, like, he's the only person on Toronto that wakes up during the playoffs. Him and Morgan Riley.
Do you see that picture of him just going in, like, in the train? He's going to training. In the train, in the TTC or whatever it's called. That's pretty funny.
I did see that. I don't know. I was listening to a podcast with Biz and
I love those guys.
Yeah. And they were like, yeah, I think they were trying to spread rumors about him and Madison Beer. they're like, they should be the Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift of the NHL.
Yeah, because I think he went to like a morning show in the States, and then they called Madison Beer.
Oh, yeah.
And they were like, do you know this guy? And she's like, I don't know, I don't watch hockey.
Like L for him.
And L for the NHL.
L for her. She could have made it, you know what I'm saying? It could have blown up just like Taylor Swift. Now everybody knows who Taylor Swift is.
So, you're Patrick Alvin. What trade do you do right now to improve the team? Yeah.
Okay. First of all, if I was Alvin, I would have drafted a better player and traded him away for a piece that I could use right now. Honestly, okay, this is an extremely bold take. I think we should trade either Besser or Miller when they're
That's an extremely hot take.
Why would you get rid of Miller?
Yeah.
Tell me. Tell me.
High contract. He's not that good. He has anger issues.
Dude, you're the representation of the Canucks fan in Twitter.
No. I've been saying this
coming
for the last
from a
2
Leafs
years.
fan.
JT Miller is not that good.
Take the Leafs jersey off. Like, you need Miller in this team if you want to be successful.
Take the Leafs jersey off.
Yeah, because you're like
you're looking at it from an outsider. You have to be in. You got to know.
Okay, Gerard. Come on.
It's almost like you want to see us lose.
Yeah, it's like almost you like. Do you want to see?
You're rooting against
Miller
us
when his value is high. His value will never be higher.
Dude, this is not the NHL like 14. Like, this is real life. The guy just signed a contract, has a family here. He probably bought a home. Like, look, it goes more than that. It goes beyond that.
If I was Alvin, that's what I would do. You asked the question.
Well, I was thinking about improving the team. Like, you want to make
you're wrong.
I think.
Fortunately, you're not Alvin.
Yeah.
Like, you want to make the playoffs without Miller, our best player one of our best players so far.
What I'm saying is, you can trade him for a bigger piece in the for now and in the future. You could get incredibly high returns.
Who's that piece? Right now. Benson?
No,
Zach Benson.
Like a really good centerman, good center prospect or something. Like, you could make a trade with. You could probably make a trade with Buffalo to get like Dylan Cousins or Casey Middlestad, or like a guy that's going to be good for you for many years to come. JT Miller has like 2 years left.
Okay, we only need this year. We're winning. We only need this year.
Look, start planning the parade.
I'm one of those fans. Once we win this year, I want us to win next year too. Like, I'm not gonna. It's not like, oh, we finally won the cup. Now I can
just sit and
relax. Like, we gotta win.
We can do it.
Try to build a dynasty here.
And I think Miller's a key part of it.
Keep him on.
Dude,
you hate the guy for some reason.
This is not video games.
I said the same thing about John Tavares, and now look at the Leafs Cavs situation. Like, you can, we have him to a crazy long deal. He's going to be crazy old. he's a great he's a good player, but I think his value is overinflated right now, and we should take advantage of that.
I think he goes he goes beyond like his ability to play. He's a captain. Like he has captain material. He's a presence in the locker room.
We chose Hughes.
Well, he's an assistant captain, right?
Yeah.
He glues that locker room together.
The guy's a champ.
The guy's a champ. Like the guy has like Stanley Cup pedigree.
He's got nice hair, nice smile.
He does not have nice hair.
Losing it.
A little bit.
No, I think I was just talking more about getting a defenseman.
Yeah.
You know what? Hear me out.
Trade Bobelia for a defenseman.
Get rid of
a
name
pick.
around the league is Zadorov. No,
It's a no. The guy's a lefty. We need a righty.
he's slow. He's injured about 5 players. He's put some players out of their careers, and he's a dirty player. It's like going and signing Michael Bunting or Nazem Kadri. But he's like Tyler Myers' size. Like he's a bull out there and he's trying to kill the other team. And I do not want that part of our organization. Like Luke Shen hits, but they're clean. Zadorov hits to the head. I don't like it.
What do you think about that ejection for Hoglander against the Avalanche?
You know what? At first,
it was like the most stupid thing. Was it not?
Not Avalanche.
at first,
Why would he do that?
No, well, yeah. At first, I didn't think it was right until they actually slow moed over top and you can see it.
It was intentional.
Yeah.
Oh.
What do you mean?
What?
Do you not think it was intentional?
I do
Watch
not.
the video again. That's
Hoglander
crazy.
meant
it up.
to do that.
No, it
Hoglander
definitely was
mad
intentional.
And he meant to do that.
No.
For sure it was
Shit.
intentional. And second of all, while the outcome wasn't that dirty, it could have been much worse. And there was no need. He
Yeah.
should have just got off the ice. No need for that.
I was gonna say, Gerardo.
I don't
It
think that's
didn't. From
intentional.
afar, it does not look intentional until
No,
you actually
even
slow it
from
down.
afar.
What do you mean? No, it just looked like a little kerfuffle there. But
Yeah.
Look at that. Look
Yeah,
at that.
then you see the stick over. Like,
the
look
leg
under, it goes-
and he literally flips him
Yeah.
over with his
no,
hand.
his stick goes under
at
his
that.
armpit.
Look at that.
You can see
They're
the stick
just-
go
they're
under the
just-
armpit. No, I don't even
no,
care.
No, look at his foot. Look at his foot.
They're just tangled together. Like
No, look at his foot.
yeah, because the guy look at San Jose guy. Like he goes
his
for
foot.
that. Like he puts
Oh,
his-
that's so
yeah.
intentional.
You're blind.
You're the Canucks fan.
Yeah, actually, no.
You know
Show
what? You
show
have
Joe
the
right
blinders
now.
on.
Show Joe right now. Does this look intentional? You don't. You can just.
What do you think?
Okay, wait, look, can
I-
you find it one more time? I need to see this one more.
Oh,
Okay, wait, no,
it's showing this. Look, watch. He sticks his foot under very intentionally, swings his whole body and shoulder.
I feel like it could have been like
The player
starting off intentional, but then he actually tripped over himself.
Yeah, he
And
probably
that's
No,
where
but
it
he-
actually felt like he was not intentionally trying to get him over him.
exactly. He was battling
Look,
for the puck.
If you could actually skate, you'd know that you can't get into that position by accident.
I can actually skate.
Okay, not well.
No, I can actually skate.
Come on.
Yeah.
If you can watch that play,
You're
and
talking
think
to a
it's unintentional,
professional
come on.
12-year-old junior here.
They're playing Rogers Arena.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think he can skate that well.
It
But
started.
then, I don't think you can either.
It's-
I think you can keep
Catch
up.
me
I
out
don't.
there.
We'll
Oh.
go. This doesn't make any sense. You guys are you're kids compared to these guys.
Let's go to the arena.
Well,
Let's
I
go-
know, but that's what I'm saying. Think about a skater.
Okay, but then
Jordan
why do you
thinks
see
he
these
can
guys
skate.
falling?
Imagine how much better Hoglander is, and how that is clearly intentional. There.
I'm agreeing
I don't
with
think
you.
it's
I'm just
intentional.
saying.
I think it started.
I think you're delusional.
the
yeah, I'm
Lulu.
okay with yeah.
Delusional.
Well, but if
Delusional.
he really wanted to injure the player, he would have had suspension games. He only got a fine. 3,000.
No, I don't think he wanted to injure the player. I think he wanted to take him down.
Oh, it's part of the game.
No, you can't slew foot a guy.
Speaking-
it is actually a penalty. It's actually a 5-minute major penalty.
Speaking of part of the
because it's a
game.
dangerous play.
Yeah, he got ejected.
All right, this isn't going nowhere because you guys suck. So speaking of part of the game, we should bring back goalie fights. I was watching a lot of goalie fights. And I want to see more.
Well, they're not necessarily gone.
They are.
No, they
gone.
are.
You don't see it.
Well,
You
I
just-
know
If
you
the
don't see it,
goalies fight, they get boom, ejected.
Really?
Out of the game.
Yeah, it's not even allowed anymore. I was watching What was it? It was Calgary Flames versus Edmonton.
Oh, yeah.
And freaking standing at the
That
center
wasn't too
waiting
long
for it.
ago.
No, that
it
was
was
like
awesome.
3 years ago.
Yeah,
2
well,
years ago.
it just doesn't happen anymore. And I was watching a whole like reels of like compilation. It was awesome.
That's more of like a playoff thing. When the teams
you
are
think
fired up.
You think we're gonna see it in playoffs?
I hope so. One day.
One day.
Like,
One day, you're gonna see. No, okay. I think one of the main problems with that is like a lot of teams don't actually hold goalies for a long time. Like the cycle
True.
is crazy with goalies.
what about Lundqvist with New York?
No, okay, I'm talking right now. He retired in 2017.
Vasilevsky.
So what you're saying?
What I mean is,
What you're saying is
What I
they don't
mean is-
develop like that.
What do you mean?
A lot
They're
of goalies get-
disposable?
a lot of goalies get injured. A lot of goalies get traded. A lot of goalies get signed. It's just like a cesspit.
Yeah,
so
so they-
you could see, but a Vazzy would never fight.
He's
doesn't-
Russian. I don't know.
He doesn't have that.
Well, he fights
in-
bears.
But like the kind of goalies that would get fired up, like
Bennington.
Yeah,
He's fought before.
he's fought. I don't like the guy, but whatever.
You don't like him? Yeah.
That's just my personal
No,
opinion.
I don't like him either. We went to that Rogers Arena game against the Blues, and everyone was like saying, yeah, they were yelling like, Jordan. And he
Oh
goes-
yeah.
And then every time like there's a stop, he like goes like side to side. He skates side to side, and it's funny.
Well, I
love
like
that.
it when like little dump in from center and like they like get it with their stick or like they save it. You know, it's just like a little flimsy shot from center, and then the opposing crowd just
Cheer.
huge
Yeah.
cheer.
Oh, yeah.
It's the biggest.
Yeah, I
save
love the
in
banter.
world.
Yeah, he's probably one of the most hated guys in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the episode.
All right. Thank you for listening.
Thanks. Bye bye.
Game time! Game time!